I don't want them to live here. I don't want them here. They came under full.
I feel the same way that Douglas Murray does about America, that these Islamists came here and I don't want them here. Don't. But I think that, like he said in a video I had just posted, the West is going, I think that what the West is going to have to suffer, I guess 9/11 wasn't enough for us. Well, because we have all the Nazis that have carried on that was like an inside job, but it's, no, it was Islamic terror. Anyway, but I think there'll have to be something like, I mean, he said that he thinks that the West is going to have to suffer something like what the Jews suffered on October 7th. And you know, that was like the worst. That, I mean, they've done bad things, but Hamas had decapitated their babies. Now, if you listen to the Nazi, the American Nazis we have, they would say that was propaganda. No, it's not propaganda. No, Hamas is the propaganda. They're that much of animals. They always are. They're trained by Iran. So, and I think that's what it'll take for people to stand up and say, you know what, I don't want you in my country. I don't care, I don't want you here. You don't want to assimilate, you want to push your bullshit Sharia law, you want to bring in your communist, dictators that wants to be, mayor or governor of New York there, that Numbody, whatever the hell his name is. We don't want you here. And for those Americans that want to stand up and fight for them to be, you can go with them too. But I think that for Americans to get to that place, it'll take an October 7th. Nobody, we have these dirtbag Nazis in this country that are Americans that have been carrying on about no wars, no wars. We're going to have a war. I think it's going to be on our soil. I think Europe and the UK are going to have it way worse because they've been invaded much worse. But we've been heavily invaded too. And we're going to have a war on our soil. It's coming. And hopefully Americans will then realize that there are limits to your bullshit and you getting to stay here. They shouldn't be here. They don't want to assimilate. That's why now they're making it mandatory. Like anybody who wants to immigrate here has to go through. They have to really want to be a part of America, not come here and push your bullshit. Push your Sharia law, push your Nazism. We have enough of the American Nazis that we don't know what to do with. So we don't need more of that. But I don't think that Americans will have a backbone to stand up to that and say it, because Americans are so used to just being doormats. And, we have to accept it. No, we don't have to accept it. We don't. We do not have to accept Islamic radicals coming into this country. We do not have to accept it. But I think there'll have to be a lot of innocent lives lost for Americans to actually have the guts to stand up and say it.